Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're logging in. Hey, this is a recording. You're probably watching a recording of the live session that's happening in 7 minutes. So if you want to fast forward through the next blah, 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 about 7, 8 minutes ahead, that's when the lesson will actually start. If you are new to my recordings, go to jollyrogerukulele.com and all things will be revealed. I'm going to go there now and post our link to today's class. I'm going to go to here, link to join. I delete the old sentence. I do Command V. I click Shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and then scroll up, update. Then I patiently wait while I see if it took. Then I click when it comes up, back up, I hit view page. And then I scroll down to the thing I think that I just did, and I click on it, and then I magically appear in a new window, which is very exciting. Then I know everything's set up. I then close the archive page, which I updated prior to coming online. And then I look to see if anybody is online, and guess who the winner is today? Lynn Fernandez. And she's saying hi. Usually that means if Lynn walks in and she's like, "Oh my gosh, what is going on with the sound?" Then I know that I have done something incorrect with the setup. But today she says hi, so I'm betting that's a good sign. Last night I was working on. Oh, how'd you do on it, Lynn? How'd you do? That's um, it's not the hardest song we've done, but boy oh boy, it's plenty hard, right? I'm a little worried because I have not had adequate time to prepare today. So there's probably going to be a whole lot of bad notes going on. I normally try to spend an hour before this class playing through everything, reminding myself of what chaos I'm about to encounter, and I have not done that today. So I'm doing exactly the opposite of what I teach you guys. Let's see. You're realizing your limit, Lynn. Lynn, I got a note from God, and he said you have no limits. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe the devil made you think you have lemons. He does that. He's ornery. Uh, struggle, struggle. Yeah, struggle, struggle. Here's what I tell people. This is the truth. If this wasn't a struggle, if this was all easy, it wouldn't be worth it, right? I mean, honestly, you think about it, it sounds so dumb, it sounds so trite, but seriously, if this wasn't a struggle, we would, yeah, it wouldn't, the reward wouldn't be there. And I think the thing that makes me most excited about what we do is it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Suddenly you can do what that was, and then you have all this other hard, hard, hard stuff to do. So it's just this constant ugh, work, 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 ugh, work, 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 work. And then eventually you're up here, and that's when you call up Jake Shimabukuro and you say, hey, I don't want to I don't want to ruin your day, but you're going to be coming on before me as my warm up band. That's what we're working on. That's where we're headed. Let me make sure I got this microphone where I want it. So yeah, heck yeah, it is hard stuff. Struggle, struggle, struggle. Let's see. Evelyn, I am early today. I know. In my dreams, I'm always logging in at 10 minutes before the hour so that we can get everybody in and get started on the top of the hour. That's my dream, right? I, of course, know that that's not how well, it's certainly not how my life works. Um, I'm going to try to do better, when every time I say that, it means that it's something that I'm just never going to actually get any good at. So uh, I am early today. Yeah, well, right that on. So let's see who else logged in today. Sandy, the Upper Michigan is in today. And the 55510s. Yeah, isn't it beautiful though? I mean, think about it. Okay, when I'm doing that. My thumb normally like so what we teach, right, is your thumb is just a little bit forward of your index finger, right? So that's where it should be hanging out. But I'm noticing when I do that one, it slides back right behind the bar, and then I'm squeezing like crazy to get it. So yeah, that's 55510. It's 55510. Yeah, we remember we're always reading tablature upside down, and so when we talk about it, 2210, that's a D minor, right? Not a 0122. And all students make that mistake. And but yeah, we want to, when we're listing a chord, we list it from the bottom to the top. And no matter how we list it, it's still hard, right, Lynn? So yeah, heck yeah. Let's see, Renee. Great concert today. I hope it's well. I was telling Lynn earlier, I have not had adequate time to prepare, and that's not true. I did not take adequate time to prepare. I was busy working on a banjo-lele this morning, and it was fighting back. It was like, no, you will not, you will not prevail. And I finally got it done, but it took me a full hour longer than I thought it was going to take. So yeah, brutal. So just know that I'm about to do some pretty horrible playing, probably. Let me see if I can find my music today. All Through the Night is our first tune. All Through the Night. All right. So the first four, I'm good on. The last four, not so much. All right. Let's see. Who else is coming in? Diane is here for the concert. Shut out of member login. Too many subscribers. Yeah, Diane, I'm gonna. And Judy's having the same problem, and I think it was either Lynn or Fran that was having the trouble. There is definitely something happening. I'm pretty sure on my end that I have to fix. And I don't have any idea what it is. So I'm going to be on the phone with GoDaddy this afternoon. I tried to get to him yesterday, and it didn't. I read a bunch of stuff on their forums, and I was looking to see if there was something, just that I could click, and I don't see much help in that regard. So I will get the member site figured out. We're definitely it's crazy. That shouldn't be a problem at all, but it's GoDaddy, so who knows. But I will get that figured out this weekend to find out why in the world some of you subscribers are running into that too many subscribers error. It's a 503 error, and so that's something. What they're probably going to tell me is I got to pay for a next level or a next tier or something to allow all you guys in as members. And I'm happy to do that, but I just don't know. I don't know what that means. So I'll call them and get that figured out this weekend. Hopefully today, possibly this weekend. Pauline is ready. Pauline, why don't let's just turn the camera around and point it at you, and you be our leader, because I'm feeling very not ready today. So I'm counting on you, Pauline, to make me sound better. Christine, half of Bozeman has arrived. We are in. Brandon, the beginnings of the Bay Area gurus are showing up. And happy Friday to you. Jacqueline is here. Carol wrote. I was like, why do I want to mention Carol? Carol sent me her revised version of Go Tell Aunt Rhody. We're doing Go Tell Aunt Rhody in the guitar group, and I adore the song and hate the story. Many of you know Go Tell Aunt Rhody. In Go Tell Aunt Rhody, she's dead. That the goose is dead, and the goose's children are crying, and they were going to use the goose to stuff a pillow. Just brutal. The whole thing, absolutely violent, sad, evil. And so I told the guitar group, I says, I need you guys to write something nicer, and Carol did. So thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I know it's all of a sudden we must have hit some sort of weirdo cap that I don't know about with the GoDaddy account, and so I will get the member listings cleaned up, or the member access cleaned up today, if at all possible. Storm clouds are gathering in Littleton. Yeah, they're getting ready to gather out here in Denver, too. Apparently, we're going to have some kind of violent weather this afternoon. So what are we going to do? Patricia and Tom made it in. They went out hiking today, got it in early. Elizabeth in from Weld County. Weld County, no matter what kind of weather's going on in Weld County, it's 10 times worse. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Jana's in from beautiful Waco, Texas. Have you ever met those people that do the remodeling show down there? Does everybody know them in Waco? I don't watch a ton of. Well, I watch a ton of those because Megan watches a ton of those, but I don't actively seek them out. But that couple in Waco, I like them. They seem nice. They're remodeling houses and building a store, and I don't know what all they're doing. Jerry, I want to fight you. I've got your banjolele done. It was not easy, and it sounds like a 100-year-old banjo, and which is good and bad at the same time. But it's done and it's ready to come home. Lindy, you made it in, Lindy. Valerie checking in from beautiful Chicago. Linda is in, ready to play. Linda number. Did we decide Schmidt was number one and Harrison was number two, or the other way around? I can't remember. Chris is here. Cat made it in, just under the wire. Joyce, go tell GoDaddy to lighten up, Gary. Yeah, GoDaddy trouble. Yeah, I will go talk. I'll go talk to him about every year. They do something that's technological that requires you everything's going great, and then all of a sudden it starts like, what the heck? And you call and they're like, oh, well, you're on this one tier and you pay this amount, but you need to be paying this thing, and it's $40 more a month, and it's just about every year they end up doing some of that to me. Lynn has blue skies in New Jersey. New Jersey's been killing it in the news lately, right? We always used to just make fun of New Jersey, but they've been doing well. Gary and Diane missed a couple of days. We were aware, Gary. What the heck? But you're back for more animation. Leslie's in 2-hour practice this morning under the trees. In the mountains. Nice. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Massanutten. Yeah, glad you're here, Leslie. Super delighted. They're out and about often, regular people and generous in many ways in the community. Nice, very nice, awesome. Joyce, there are many. Those are my lyrics. Go tell Aunt Dad. Oh, go tell Aunt Dad. Go tell GoDaddy. Oh, very nice, Joyce. Sneak it in. All right, kids, we got a concert to play. When you guys get ready to prepare your group, wherever you are for your concert, when we do it here in Denver, we always make everybody show up 2 hours early. Okay, because it's an amateur orchestra. Everybody's nervous. We're all amped up. We're excited. We show up 2 hours early. We make sure all of the sound is set properly. We make sure all that's technical stuff is handled, and then we just kind of run through parts of all of the songs just to get everybody where they play through basically the whole concert once. If you're a professional, they generally expect you to show up an hour early. If you've got a small group and you really know what you're doing and everybody has it down, you can show up a half an hour early just to make sure that the sound guy isn't drunk. But I do think when you're getting ready for a concert like this, just running through your repertoire real quick before you play is always a super smart idea, just to make sure your sheet music is in order, that the weird spots that you're going to fight are good. And so one of those things is just getting your nerves down just a little bit right now. Hopefully you're sitting in your basement and you're not too nervous today. One of the things I know when I do these Zoom lessons now is I radio into whoever's house I'm going to be giving the lesson at, and they're sitting there and they've been sitting there, and now all of a sudden their life has changed dramatically, right? Because an hour before I logged in with them, they were playing and getting warmed up. They were playing, they were killing it, right? And then the minute I show up on Zoom, then their playing skills go way down. Okay, so it's just nerves, right? And right now you're not nervous. You're going to play all 8 of these songs absolutely beautifully, and we're gonna kill it. All right, first one up on the docket is All Through the Night. Is that what you guys have? All Through the Night, and let's play it twice. Let's go through it 2 times. We'll go from top to bottom and then top to bottom again. Okay, the third verse gets super sad, so let's just play it twice. And again, those of you who are relatively new to the concert scene and you're still, getting your chops up, you can play any way you want. If you want to just play the chords and hum along, do that. If you want to play the melody, if that's where you're at in your ukulele education and just needing to play that way, feel free. And then of course I generally will play the tough uke because I feel like a lot of people are here working on that, and they can get a chance to compare up against Gary about how well things are going. And then also, if things are going great and you maybe goof up in one or two spots, just mark those spots, and then you go back and practice just that area. So all through the night, we're going to start at the top. We're going to play it through twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four. Two, three, four. To the very top. Two, three, four. Two, three, four. Hold it and then go. Nice. Isn't that a lovely tune? I like that song a lot. All right. All through the night, that will go on to our lullaby list. We're going to create a list of lullabies this summer in Summer Institute. So if you have not joined Summer Institute, that's Monday nights, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, whatever crazy time that is where you live. Love to have you come join us there. Next song on our list will be Home on the Range. Dun, dun, dun. And as I think I've talked to you guys before, this is my favorite arrangement in the intro book. I just think it's really beautiful on ukulele. I think it sounds really nice. All right. Here we go. Get your G chord on. 1, 2. Top. Whoops, I messed up. Go. Isn't that lovely? Doesn't it sound nice on your ukulele? I hope it does. I hope you're just like, yeah, killed it. Um, really nice tune. That's the one, that's one worth memorizing, right? That's beautiful. Absolutely. Even if you don't care about living on the prairie. Can you imagine living on the prairie? That sounds like a lot of work. I'm very happy living in a city. All right, key of G arpeggio. Let's give that one a try. Let's ruin our life with a little bit of a little etude. Okay, and again, remember on this one, if it doesn't say strum, you pluck. Okay, so the entire first page is plucked, and then a good portion of the second page is strummed. Okay, so on page one, you're going to be using your claw, and then on page two, you're going to be using your thumb to get those done. Okay, and let me get back over to there. All right, let's see. Linda, what the heck? She's made it in. All right, now we'll start sounding better. All right, from the top, uh, get your G chord on. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top. Plucking. To there. That's a nice song, right? I don't know who wrote that, but that guy should be way more famous than he is. All right. Nice. That's again, use those etudes as warm-ups. Don't use those as a thing to get good at, but use those as your daily warm-up. Just go sit down, play an arpeggio, knock it out, get where it's going pretty well for you. Uh, uh, Not great, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. And then go on to the next etude in the book. And follow that suggested learning sequence at the back of the book, and I think you'll be happy with yourself. They're nice tunes. They're really. I'm pretty happy with how they came out. What's the next song we're working on? I just looked and then I started chatting and my brain went to death. All right, Simple Gifts. This will be next up. So grab Simple Gifts. RST Simple Gifts. There it is. Let's see. Leslie says, so good. Yeah, nice. All right. All right. Linda's finally sat down in Sonoma, Cali, so she's going to help us play Simple Gifts. And this is one of those tunes, those of you guys that are newer, this should be one of those tunes where you want to get good at this one, right? It's just beautiful, and it's not near the level of complexity of some of the other stuff we're playing. And which means, guys, those of you who are been around a while, you want to play the easy stuff better, right? You want to play it with a sense of tone and a sense of beauty and some sort of proper timing, right? All of that good stuff. So I never, ever, ever think that I'm doing a dumb thing by going back and playing easier songs, because it's just so important for us to continuously build on those basics. And this is the song, right? Those of you who are still new, F chord and C chord. The rest of you are plucking one note at a time, and then a handful of you are probably going to be able to do just fine on the tough uke on this one. Remember, you got that F chord with your pinky down here on 3. That's the hard motion on this song. Okay, not too fast. It was a dance tune back in the day. Years ago, when we first started the orchestra, I arranged this with YMCA, and we did a mashup of Simple Gifts and YMCA because they're both dance tunes. That's the level of sophistication I work at around here. All right, grab your F chord. Let's get going. I'll count in 3, and then we'll start. 1, 2, 3. Renee? There we go. Pretty tune, right? Um, Again, if you're looking for your first song to memorize, this would not be a bad choice. It's not brutal to play the tough uke on it, and it sounds absolutely amazing on your ukulele. And so again, you're trying to find your song that's meaningful enough to you to put it to memory, so that when you end up in a music shop somewhere down the road, you can walk in and play a ukulele in there without any sheet music. And so you want to have one thing memorized, right? Just one. Doesn't have to be anything in particular, but you really do need to have something. Okay. All right. Next up. What is next up? Let's take a look. Next up, give my regards to Broadway. All right. Let's go give it a try. Give my regards to Broadway. Here you are. Okay. Measures 25 through 28, right? When we get there, You're going to look at 25 and 28, and you're going to be like, whatever comes out of my ukulele is going to be fine. Okay, you've got that crazy A7 chord. It's going to be somebody from an 800 number is calling me on my phone. Can you imagine picking up the phone from an 800 number? When you get to 25, let's try to slow it down just a smidge so we have a little better opportunity of it being correct. And if let's do what we can there. Okay, don't lose sleep over that one little section. I'm not going to, so you shouldn't. Okay, from the very top, we're going to count in 4, and then we're going to go, and we're not going to go fast. Oh, and then the repeat is down at 32. It takes us all the way back up to the top. Okay, so we'll play it through twice as written. Pick your best way of playing it. When we get to that nasty middle section there, maybe just jump up and play the melody through that section. Whatever works for you is legit on concert day, right? Don't worry about watering it down on concert day. Worry about watering stuff down the rest of the time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it through to the top. How'd you do? Measures 25 through 28 would be something I need to work on a tiny bit more. It is right. It's absolutely cool if you can pull it off. And I was fighting my way through there like a beginner, right? Trying to get my fingers to cooperate. It's very complicated mess through there. Oddly enough, the number, that second note, the C sharp in measure 25 is my downfall. I get there and I'm like, what is that doing there? That's not supposed to be there. That's gotta be wrong. And so there we go. The joys of accidentals in music, right, people? Really, it's a lovely tune, right? And I do think you can play it nice and slow, and it could be something that you could work up and spend a little bit of time on. It's probably worth it. Those few measures are brutal, right? And unfortunately, because the melody goes way up there, and you really have to, otherwise it's just another verse. You really do got to push that melody way up there, and it is not exactly easy. So Lindy is right; they're brutal, but you can do it, right? If you just put the time in, just on those 5 measures, spend the next week working just on those, and you'll have something. Need more work. Renee needs a little bit more work. Joyce, accidentals on purpose. I know. What is wrong with musicians? What the heck, man? They're like, oh, this will sound cool, and it sounds fine if you're on a piano and you just go, instead of clicking that button, you click that button. All right, piano players. All right, Yankee Doodle Boy is next on our world tour of 1906. Yankee Doodle Boy. All week long, every single time I've needed to click on Yankee Doodle Boy, I've clicked on Yankee Doodle, and then things are not correct. Let's see here. Where are we at? All right, so we played through the song twice. Go down the bottom, come back, play it again, and note that when I do that, you'll see that in a lot of my arrangements. When I get down at the bottom, if it feels like a short song, like a 40-second song, I'll just put a repeat in, just for no other reason than it needs to be longer, and it gives you a chance to play everything twice. They probably, I think, in the original production, there's a ton of verses, right? They go through all this stuff, and then they would end up have played this twice. They just wouldn't have played it twice in a row necessarily. So not that you're worried about that, but a lot of times I'll just put a repeat in a song just to make it longer. Just know you're perfectly fine playing it through once if you play it well. Okay. Wanting to peek through, I don't remember there being anything tragic about this song, so it should be something we can, maybe one of those little bit easier songs that you can probably have handled. And let's play it. Let's get a G chord on. I'm going to count in 4. Try not to go too fast. I think maybe that last piece I was a hint on the fast side. That's why those few measures were rougher than they needed to be. Let's play this one at maybe about the same speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top. That's fun. If you're an American, you have July 4th coming up. That means you have um, a week to get that ready for your family. Don't invite your family over; they got the bug, so you don't want them in your house. But you would have it ready for your Zoom call with your family. How about that? July 4th, I think is it Saturday next week? Coming up pretty soon. All right, next up. All right, now it's for something completely different and way harder. Let's go play All I Ask of You. Where is it? All I ask of you. Here we go. All right, 4 pages, right, peeps? What the heck? Now, nice part is it's very repetitive. Okay, so just know as you're going through this, you're like, you gave me 4 pages. It's really a page and a half, but because there's a little bit of variation in the way the syllables work in each piece, we anyway. The other thing I wanted to mention, the Bozeman group wants me to give out the duet version of this, which I had in a different key, and I kind of destroyed that version in the process of putting it into this new key. But I will have a lovely duet version. I'm going to finish that up for them hopefully this weekend, where one person can play the melody and the other person is just going to play arpeggios underneath there, and it sounds really pretty. Years and years ago, my friend Debbie and I did this where I was playing baritone, the arpeggios, and she was playing the melody, and it's just absolutely a tremendous piece of music. So if you are interested in that, I'll try to remember to tell everybody when it's ready. But the Bozeman people are going to get it first. Okay, so there's that. Let's give it a try. We're going to play it in F, and we're going to play slow. Okay, and I know y'all have seen y'all. That's a real word we use out here in Colorado. Y'all have seen the show probably. I don't know, maybe not. But if you have, it goes at a certain speed. And I want to play always slower than that because there's no point in destroying our lives just to play it at a speed that Andrew Lloyd Webber thought you should play it at. He's a better musician than you are, and then all of us are together combined probably. And so we don't work on doing it at the speed that we remember hearing it in the show or we've heard it on the soundtrack. We work at going at our speed. So take your time. Let's see if we can be patient and make this thing happen as best we can. Okay. From the top, we'll get our F chord on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. To the top. Here we go. This is all 5s and the 10. Page 2. Page 4. That's a lot of work. I would say, even though I didn't play it particularly well, that everything is right. Everything is there. Everything is so beautiful and so many cool, awesome moments in that piece of music. So if you've got where you're like, I want a signature piece, I want a piece that makes everybody like, that's exactly what Andrew Lloyd Webber meant. You could pull that one off. It's really a tough song, but it's also really beautiful. And so I think, getting all, you got to get everything right, which I did not, but at least you know that there's a really decent piece of music hanging out there. A fine mishmash of melody with a few chords, arpeggios thrown in here. Laurel is playing, whatever happens off of her ukulele. Yeah, that's what's going on. Really nice piece of music and a beautiful song. And if you get really good at it, you can go play it at somebody's wedding, and they will think you are the greatest thing ever. All right, let's wrap up today. Oh my gosh, what time is it? Oh, we're doing really good on time. You guys are playing too fast. That's what's going on. All right, summertime. All right. Diane says, "Beauty is in the eye." Not all of you know Diane. Probably a handful of you guys do. Um, I rely on Diane to tell me the truth, and sometimes I don't like it. All right, summertime. Let's go with probably half speed, right? Do not go fast on this. Let this thing happen at its speed. Right now, as I'm looking out, it's summertime here in Colorado, which means that on a regular basis, there's these horrid storms that move through and you know tear all the trees down, and it looks like we're building up for one right now. So our summertime is not catfish are jumping right now. It's oh gosh, get all your plants off the balcony because they're going to blow away. That's what summertime we got going on right now. All right, you ready? Get yourself focused. We can do this. I'm going to count to three. I'm going to count in crazy slow, and then we're going to try to keep that slow pace. Okay, and I know that sometimes it's me messing up the pacing, but you get what are you going to do? You're stuck with me. Here we go. One, two, three. ending. Tried to get fancy and then I fell behind. There you go. That's good. That's enough. Let's see. I don't want to get a new. Oh, I don't want to get a new roof again. Uh-oh. All black. All black. I'm gone. Am I not broadcasting to you guys anymore? My webs. I don't see any weird notations on my. I'm hoping that I'm still reaching you. Let's see. Uh-oh. Patricia says all black. Is anybody out there? Are you guys? Somebody report that I am still connected. I see you. Okay, I see you. You are. You're fine. Okay. I just played that halfway decent, right? And I'm like, man, oh man, oh man. I don't want to. I want credit. All right. How'd we do? 153. We got a couple minutes left. Let's talk about your future in ukulele. That's my favorite thing to talk about. You dropped off, but now you're back on. Christy sees me. All right. Jerry, A-okay. All right, we're fine. Our future in ukulele. Number one, I'm going to go tell you what you've done. Okay. If you started with me in the beginning, and many of you did, we have now covered 87 songs since March 20th. Okay. April, May, June. 3 months, almost 90 songs. Okay. That is a stupid amount of songs. Okay. So if you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm super overwhelmed, you should be overwhelmed, right? My eyeballs are spinning. The fact that I just was able to play that, not having warmed up properly today, and I'm still not supposed to admit that as a professional. It shows that we are really giving you too much to do and throwing everything at you. And hopefully you're being smart about picking out those things that are working for you and emphasizing those things that are not making sense or just too damn hard. Darn hard. You just put those on the back burner for the moment, and it'll come around. It really will. Hopefully, I've gotten a lot of emails from you guys, very nice ones, saying, "Hey, I'm playing better than I was," and that's all that matters, right? Doesn't matter where you're at in the food chain, right? We just want you. If you're here on the food chain, we want you here, and if you're here, we want you here, and if you're here, I want to fight you because I'm here, right? And so be patient with yourself through this stuff. Pick 2 or 3 songs that you've enjoyed over the last 87 and put them on your more often pile, right? You got your regular book with everything in order, but take those little stickies and stick on 2 or 3 songs that you really like, that you really want to get good, and then go in and dive into those. So I'm going to keep throwing music at you. It's what I do. It's how I teach. It's not the best pedagogically. It's not the smartest, but that's how I think is, here, you did that. Here's some more. Here's some more. Here's some more. What I find pretty quickly is that a lot of this ends up being somewhat repetitive from a technical standpoint, from the techniques that you need to survive these. It's not, I mean, it obviously measures 25 through 28 of that, whatever, is not going to necessarily just jump out of your ukulele. But for the most part, a lot of this gets a little bit repetitive. And hopefully that repetitive helps you get better tone and more beautiful ukulele. I do want to talk about next week very quickly. Next week we're going to do 3 songs from Sound of Music. I haven't picked them yet, but it'll be Sound of Music week. I'm sure one will be My Favorite Things. And I can't remember what other 2 ones that I was thinking of, but we'll do 3 songs from Sound of Music. And remember, on Tuesday next week, June 30th, that's the day to put all your errands, because June 30th, I'm taking the day off. A friend of mine has a cabin in the mountains, and she says, we should go up to the cabin in the mountains. And I think that will be my summer vacation, unfortunately. So we're going to go up and spend a day turning into carnivores again. I don't eat much meat anymore, and so it's weird that we're going to go up and do that. But anyway, that's my summer vacation is June 30th. So go find something to do on that. Edelweiss, that's another one we're doing. So we'll do 3 songs from Sound of Music. We've got Daisy Bell, Key of F Arpeggio, and then we have Aloha Oi and Scarborough Fair, which, as you remember, those of you guys have been around, are the 2 tough ones. They're the stretch pieces from the introductory book. And so those would be some things to start digging into. Just over the weekend. Go print those, go take a look at those again. Let's see how good you can get at those two stretch pieces. And then I will for sure be able to post the entire week of Sound of Music all at once. Years ago, we did every single song from Sound of Music in an 18-minute long song, and we found that was the first piece of hate mail the orchestra ever got. Was we made the audience sit through 18 minutes of Sound of Music, and if you don't know Sound of Music, you're like, it's just a random collection of notes for 18 minutes. And somebody sent us this was the worst thing I've ever had to sit through email, which I just rejoiced. Until you have people who hate you, you haven't worked hard enough, and so there was that. So anyway, we're going to have a nice week with Sound of Music next week. You're going to take Tuesday off and go wild, okay? Run around in the yard without your pants on and see what happens. And then Monday night is the global legendary bar chord class, which I named it myself because it's that good. The piece of the worksheet that you need is already posted on the global website link up there on the top of the Jolly Roger. So go download it, and just be looking at it. Basically how it works is, here's a chord, then let's do this. And all those have names and all those have uses. And so that's what we will spend that evening, making your hand hurt and just talking about how you really only need 10 shapes to play every single chord on ukulele, and not every single major, minor, seventh, and diminished chord. So those 4 huge areas of music are covered by 10 shapes. And so we'll do that Monday. We're also going to dig in a little bit, continuing to dig in on that circle of fifths, right? It's super confusing when you first meet it, and I keep throwing it at you, and you're like, I don't understand what this is. I don't even see what the point is. And then one day you're like, how come nobody ever showed this to me? This thing is amazing. And so we'll be running that at you as well on Monday night. So try to get your Monday evening or whatever time it is in your neighborhood open for the bar chord class. I think it's an important class. It really does a good job of helping simplify your thinking around bar chords, because a lot of times when we start on ukulele, our only thought is, if there's a B flat in there, I don't want to do it, and I want you to get beyond that as quickly as possible. Sound of Music and all that. And got an email today, and I have not planned this far ahead, but I am starting that process. When the fall comes around, just watching the news and listening to the people who are smart, not the people who are in charge, it looks like we are in for a hell of a fall as well. And so I am thinking probably about just continuing these on all through into the fall. I'm going to look at my calendar. I'm going to look at my overall thought process and all that. But please let me know, as you're looking at your fall, if there's something that I can be doing different, or something that's going to be easier, better, more important, harder, whatever, to make your ukulele lives better. I want to do that. And so don't be shy about letting me know your thoughts as we get through summertime. We're going to keep this going for sure through August. And then when we get to September, let's talk about whether we need to do any changes that'll make things more interesting for you and all of that. And so definitely be in communication with me about that sort of stuff. Because and those of you here locally, it's now time to start being a little bit honest about whether we're going to be able to get together for the fall. And I think the word on the streets is probably not. I hate to be a bummer, but that's what it's looking like. So definitely let me know what your thoughts are on that, and I'll be sending out emails in those various ideas. And I think that's what I got going on. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope the music's coming out of your ukulele a little bit better than it used to, and I hope that you're feeling excited about this instrument. We're going to talk on Monday night about teaching, okay, which means that I'm going to look you in the eye, right there, look at you in your eye and say, if you had to show your granddaughter or your grandson or your nephew or the neighbor next door or somebody down the street how to play one of these, where would you start? Where would you start? And hopefully your answer is Frere Jacques. Okay, hopefully that's your answer. But we'll talk about that a little bit on Monday night as well. And so I want to get you guys in that set. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that you have better weather than we're about to have, and I hope that you stay safe out there. It is, especially in some of the areas, and it's when Europe is saying they don't want Americans to come, it's probably pretty bad. So listen to don't listen to the people in charge. Listen to your heart, and your heart says stay inside, wear a mask, don't hang out with other people. Do that. Okay. Have a great weekend, and I will see all of you guys on Monday. My garden has cacti. Oh, Christy's not taking her pants off and running around the backyard because it's full of cactus. That's probably a better choice, Christy. All right, Critter, have a great weekend. Lynn, have a wonderful weekend. Laurel, I would be shocked if it would be smart to start up in person stuff. Yeah, I will be shocked. I will be shocked. I will be delighted, but I will be shocked. Okay, that would be work for us out of towners to continue. Okay, all right. Linda says, keep it going. Okay, very challenging, but love the songs, love Sound of Music. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Gary. Enjoy a nice warm weekend. Thanks, Phyllis. Yeah, Sound of Music is tremendous. If you haven't ever watched, go rent it this weekend. It's another show you got to own. You gotta watch it, and with a healthy sense of skepticism. Those of you who will remember Sound of Music, there's some pretty hokey parts of it, but actually, when you watch the movie beginning to end, it's actually pretty good. All right, Renee, have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. Sandy, see you next week. Kat, all right. Kat, you're always so enthusiastic. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. We need people like you. Pauline's playing better. That's all we ask, right? Wherever your here is, then we got to get you here. All right, John, good to see you. Leslie, have a great weekend. Brandon, have a good weekend. Go light up the Bay Area for us. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Carol. Thanks for the new lyrics. Jerry, I got to give you a text or an email or whatever I have on file for you. The banjo is ready to come home. We'll talk. Love playing my ukulele. Yay, Jacqueline. All right, Christy. Christy, I do want to encourage you to run around the backyard with the cactus. Send me a photo. Not too much of a photo. Have a great weekend, Lynn. Elizabeth, I'll see you in a bit. Linda, thanks so much. You could have the. Is it 90 degrees out there? Are you kidding me? I hate that. Every year, Linda, you guys are burning down California. It's disgusting. All right, Disney. Oh, Colors of the Wind. You know, I have that. I do. We did that. It's beautiful. Absolutely good idea. A really, really good idea. Oh yeah, I'll get a couple of. I'm going to get that member section fixed or whatever the login issue is, and then we will get a couple more Disney tunes in there. All right, Linda. Have a great weekend, you guys. I'm going to hit the stream. Be good.